What's up, Craig? Let's give it a minute. Give it a minute.
Okay, listen.
Give it a minute.
The United States has gotten involved in the conflict between Israel and Iran.
Researchers say Americans are having fewer.
Started an OnlyFans.
I heard you made $1 million.
I've been to a couple Diddy parties.
This is a holy rebellion. This is a holy rebellion. This is a holy rebellion. They think that I am a hellion, but nah. This is a holy rebellion. Jesus said that the world gonna hate me, so why would I want it to love me? They all Judas, they gonna betray me, and it doesn't bug me. I gotta stay faithful to God. I gotta be true to the King. I can't put on a facade. I'm one of the few that'll swing. Tell me, what do you know about working your butt off and losing it all? They ban me, they say I'm taboo, but I gotta stay true to the call. But most of them working for Satan, and that's just my view of the fall. Look, I got a past and God used it. I'm new, but I used to be Saul. Look, if the world going this way, then I'm going against it. Ain't pulling no punches, I'm packing the gun. This is fun, if I said it, I meant it. The Bible, you know I defend it. All of these rappers are cap, they pretended. Satan show up, and they get defended. And I have been sent here to end it. You sit at the table with God, then you making deals with the devil. Y'all missing the mark. Liking I mix with the dark, so why you gon' click with the pigs in the yard? Look, I carry a blip on my guard, but they say I'm Christian, I cannot be armed. Don't think you special, you cannot be harmed. The devil is bad, like how Adam got charmed. Look, I don't belong to this world, I am hated for telling the truth, but I'll never be quiet. I'm just trying to give me some fruit. I don't wanna be part of your group, I don't wanna be part of your clan. I wanna grow, but I want some of my soldiers to get to 1 million. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose it? So this is the holy rebellion. This is the holy rebellion. My ops are trying to plot, but they will never win. I'm behind the cross and you will never find me. I'm on the mountaintop, I'm 20 steps ahead of them. All you fakes and all you phonies, you can get behind me. All you race baiters, you stealing chains, you a slave labor. Not trying to be a friend, I'm a game changer. You follow the crowd, there's a way greater. But killing babies in the womb, I would not want to take that to my tomb. I just told Kamala, get back on your broom and get out of my city, my kids won't be groomed. Bunch of beta boys support CRT, couple screws loose, y'all are retarding. Then he vote for Biden like he could be our king. I got chains on, but say we are free. Now why did you move out the hood with your kids? Obama done got up the grid. Tell me a city majority black and everybody flocking and wanna go live. Ouch. Them facts hurt, where the fathers at, y'all are bastards. But it's the white man, grab a lantern, shed light on to see the pattern. Now you know I lived in the hood, I will never go back understood. Get a white card, I grind hard, and you can stay under my foot. My ops are trying to plot, but they will never win. And I'm behind the cross, and you will never find me. I'm on the mountaintop, I'm 20 steps ahead of him. All you fakes and all you phonies, you can get behind me. You can get behind me. I ain't playing games with you, get behind me. This ain't no game. All you phony Christian rappers, get behind me. A bunch of phonies scared to say it. You can get behind me. You can get
Everybody
behind
ain't
me.
big for this, so get behind me. Tell the labels to stop calling K
and I know Antifa trying to find me. Tell them that I got that 4-5, ain't talking Dante.
Believe me.
Hey, everybody's scared to say the truth these days. This world seems like a zoo these days. I wasn't controversial 10 years ago, but everybody is brand new these days. Okay, I got it. Jesus said they persecuted the prophets, so how does it profit you to gain the world if you losing your soul? That's why I gotta stay silent. They say that I'm toxic. Well, that's true, but only if you ain't home to find it. They go to college and coming out socialist, but that's exactly the way they designed it. I walked the narrow path, and it's harder than it sounds, but you'll see that soon as you find it. I know y'all blinded, which leads you to bondage. They holding you hostage. I'm just being honest. My ops are trying to plot, but they will never win. And I'm behind the cross, and you will never find me. I'm on a mountaintop, I'm 20 steps ahead of them. All you fakes and all you phonies, you could get behind me. You could get behind me. I ain't playing games with you, get behind me. This ain't no game. All you phony Christian rappers, get behind me. A bunch of phonies, you scared to say it. You could get behind me. You could get behind me. Yeah, I told you these people are not honest. They won't tell you the truth about Black Lives Matter Antifa, started by a bunch of fat radical lesbians. You laugh, but that's true. Bunch of devil worshippers at best. Now listen, you start being honest, they ain't gonna invite you to no Grammy. You ain't gonna get no Grammys, bro. That's it, that's done. You trade the truth for fame and riches. That's why I call y'all a bunch of phonies. And now you wanna vote for a Democrat as if they're doing you some kind of favor? Newsflash, they don't love you. They hate you. They're using y'all. And y'all just love to be used. Take a look around. Every single Democratic ran city is a crap hole. Now listen, one thing I cannot do is respect a dishonest person. I can't do it. I'm not here to be your friend. I don't care if you like me. I'm not here to be nice to you. My job is to tell you the truth. And the fact of the matter is, I hear nothing from y'all. When innocent people, innocent children are murdered on the sidewalk. I hear a lot of George Floyd. I hear a lot of white supremacy. I hear a lot of fake racism. All you guys can get it, man. Until y'all start speaking up and telling the truth, oh, we're gonna have a problem, man. It's gonna be a mess. So I suggest you grab some discernment and take your head out of the sand. You can get behind me. I ain't playing games with you, get behind me. This ain't no game. Phony Christian rappers, get behind me. A bunch of phonies scared to say it. You can get behind me. You can get behind me.
All right. Speaking of ops, before I get started, I don't know if anybody was there last night, but I was at work and my headphones that I was using is not my earbuds, so I couldn't call in and defend myself. So I'm just going to address something real quick. Trench was talking a lot of mess. He was saying he dragged me in a debate and he had to teach me the difference between determinism and predeterminism. Nobody. You didn't teach me anything. Just because you said something that you learned from, I don't know, from somewhere, doesn't mean you taught me anything. I disagree with the concept. I still disagree with it because it's stupid. So let me explain something to you guys, and you can tell him to come watch this, and you can tell him, here's the answer, okay? There is no difference between determinism and predeterminism. In classical philosophy, determinism was started by Christians who argued for an omnipotent creator God who was all-powerful, and they said everything is determined by that God. It wasn't till later with modern philosophy that they made a separation between determinism and predeterminism. And then they called determinism causal determinism, which is all the forces in the universe leading up to a certain event happening. They called that causal determinism. And then they called Christians who believed that God created the universe and had a plan and is outside of time and created the end from the beginning. They called them predeterminists. Now, here's one reason why that's stupid. If God is outside of time, then it's not predeterminism, determined. It's just determined because he's outside of time. So there is no pre. Secondly, here's why it's stupid, because it's redundant. Okay? Let me explain why it's redundant to say predeterminism and then determinism and why they mean the same thing. And I don't care what modern philosophers and colleges are teaching kids. And by the way, I was wrong about one thing. I said I never called him a toe gaff. I did call him, I said, you're talking like a toe gaff, because he started using flowery language and telling me I wasn't educated, and he went to college and he sounded like a liberal. So I called him a toe gaff. I said, you're talking like a toe gaff. Okay, that's what happened. But so I did say that, and I said I didn't say that. I did say that. I remembered. I was wrong about that. But he did not drag me in a debate and teach me the difference between determinism and predeterminism. My whole argument is that there is no difference, because causal determinism means that there's a causal chain and each cause leads to an effect. There's no such thing as post-determinism, okay? Every effect comes from a previous cause. So determinism is predeterminism because it's something that happened before it leading to the effect leading to it. So that's predetermined. So separating the two was just a way that they could divide atheist theology from Christian theology or philosophy. Atheist philosophy from Christian philosophy. Christians started determinism. It was fate and destiny. Fate and destiny was determinism. Then they come up with atheist causal determinism. They don't want to be connected to the Christians, so they start saying, well, we're going to call that predeterminism. We're going to call this causal determinism or hard determinism, whatever words you want to add to it. But it's the same thing, because both of them are based on a prerequisite. Something happens, something else happens. So determinism is still predeterminism, and predeterminism is not even predeterminism, it's determinism, because God's outside of time. That's why it's stupid. And that's why I said, no, there's no difference. It's not that I don't understand that at some point they decided to separate the two and make them two different things. My argument is that it's a stupid differentiation and that it's redundant. It's not necessary to say. But people who bloviate and are college educated and like to just use big words to try to sound smarter will think that that's some sort of important difference. It's not. It's just a dumb play on words. It's how they control people with words, and they separate one from the other. You can watch all my debates about free will. I always say I believe in Christian causal determinism, or I never use the word predestination. I never use the word predeterminism. I always say predestination. The reason I say predestination is because Paul says it in Ephesians multiple times. So I'm using the words he uses. I say I believe in predestination. Okay? God. So that's over. Had to address that. I was so frustrated because I couldn't call in and say anything, and he keeps saying, yeah, I dragged him. I had to teach him. He didn't even know the difference. I know the difference. I'm saying the difference is stupid. God. Holy cow. And he doesn't get it. So, but whatever. Anyway. Had to get that off my chest. Woosah. Now we can read the Bible. I think I don't know the difference. I've been doing this for years. I forgot more than you know about this debate. Holy moly. Okay. Why do I have these headphones on? Oh, because I was listening to music. You don't know the difference. It's the same thing. Okay. Chapter 34 of Jeremiah. What do we got coming up today? More of the same, more prophecy about Jerusalem's finally going to fall. Like everything up to now, I don't know. I think it bounces back and forth a little bit. Everything up till now has been prophecy that it's going to happen, that Babylon is coming. But I think Babylon's probably finally going to show up. We also got Baruch, scribing all this stuff out. The scribe. Okay. Usa. Chapter 34. The word which came unto Jeremiah from the Lord when Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and all his army, and all the kingdoms of the earth, of his dominion, and all the people fought against Jerusalem and against all the cities thereof, saying, Thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, Go and speak to Zedekiah, king of Judah, and tell him, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will give this city into the hand of the king of Babylon, and he shall burn it with fire. And thou shalt not escape out of his hand, but shalt surely be taken and delivered into his hand. And thine eyes shall behold the eyes of the king of Babylon, and he shall speak with thee mouth to mouth, and thou shalt go to Babylon. Yet hear the word of the Lord, O Zedekiah, king of Judah. Thus saith the Lord of thee, Thou shalt not die by the sword, but thou shalt die in peace, and with the burnings of thy fathers, the former kings which were before thee. So shall they burn odors for thee, and they will lament thee, saying, Ah, Lord, for I have pronounced the word, saith the Lord. Then Jeremiah the prophet spake all these words unto Zedekiah, king of Judah, in Jerusalem. When the king of Babylon's army fought against Jerusalem and against all the cities of Judah that were left, against Lachish and against Azekah, for these defense cities remained of the cities of Judah. This is the word that came unto Jeremiah from the Lord. After that, the king Zedekiah had made a covenant with all the people which were at Jerusalem to proclaim liberty unto them, that every man should let his manservant and every man his maidservant, being in Hebrew or in Hebrewish, go free, that none should serve himself of them, to wit, of a Jew his brother. Now, when all the princes and all the people which had entered into the covenant heard that everyone should let his manservant and everyone his maidservant go free, that none should serve themselves of them any more, then they obeyed and let them go. I think I actually already read 34 last time, but whatever. We'll read it again to catch up. But afterwards they turned and caused the servants and the handmaids whom they had let go free to return, and brought them into subjection for servants and for handmaids. They're disobeying. Therefore the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, I made a covenant with your fathers in the day that I brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondmen, saying, At the end of 7 years, let ye go every man his brother in Hebrew, which hath been sold unto thee. And when he hath served 6 years, thou shalt let him go free from thee. But your fathers hearkened not unto me, neither inclined their ear. And ye were now turned and had done right in my sight, in proclaiming liberty every man to his neighbor. Stuffy nose. Proclaiming liberty every man to his neighbor, and ye had made a covenant before me in the house which is called by my name. There's always a second one. But ye turned and polluted my name, and caused every man his servant and every man his handmaid, whom he had set at liberty at their pleasure, to return, and brought them into subjection to be unto you for servants and for handmaids. Therefore thus saith the Lord, Ye have not hearkened unto me in proclaiming liberty every one to his brother, and every man to his neighbor. Behold, I proclaim a liberty for you, saith the Lord, to the sword, to the pestilence, and to the famine. And I will make you to be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. Yeah. God said, you didn't set your brother, your brother slaves free after 7 years, like I told you. You didn't proclaim liberty to them. Okay, I'll proclaim liberty to you with sword and pestilence and famine. Basically, you gonna die. And I will give the men that have transgressed my covenant, which have not performed the words of the covenant, which they had made before me when they cut the calf in twain and passed between the parts thereof. The princes of Judah and the princes of Jerusalem, the eunuchs and the priests, and all the people of the land which passed between the parts of the calf. I will even give them into the hand of their enemies, and into the hand of them that seek their life, and their dead bodies shall be for meat unto the fowls of heaven and to the beasts of the earth. And Zedekiah, king of Judah, and his princes will I give into the hand of their enemies, and into the hand of them that seek their life, and into the hand of the king of Babylon's army, which are gone up from you. Behold, I will command, saith the Lord, and cause them to return to this city, and they shall fight against it, and take it, and burn it with fire. And I will make the cities of Judah a desolation without an inhabitant. God ain't playing. God ain't playing no games. Get behind me, Satan. Chapter 35. The word which came unto Jeremiah from the Lord in the days of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, the king of Judah, saying, Go unto the house of the Rechabites, and speak unto them, and bring them into the house of the Lord, into one of the chambers, and give them wine to drink. Then I took Jazaniah, the son of Jeremiah, the son of Habazaniah, and his brethren, and all his sons, and the whole house of the Rechabites, and I brought them into the house of the Lord, into the chamber of the sons of Hanan, the son of Igdaliah, a man of God, which was by the chamber of the princes, which was above the chamber of Maaseiah, the son of Shallum, the keeper of the door. And I set before the sons of the house of the Rechabites pots full of wine and cups, and I said unto them, Drink ye wine. But they said, We will drink no wine. For Jonadab, the son of Rechab, our father, commanded us, saying, Ye shall drink no wine, neither ye nor your sons forever. Neither shall ye build house, nor sow seed, nor plant vineyard, nor have any. But all your days ye shall dwell in the tents, that ye may live many days in the land where ye be strangers. Thus have we obeyed the voice of Jonadab, the son of Rechab, our father, in all that he hath charged us, to drink no wine all our days, we, our wives, our sons, nor our daughters, nor to build houses for us to dwell in. Neither have we vineyard, nor field, nor seed. But we have dwelt in tents, and have obeyed, and done according to all that Jonadab our father commanded us. But it came to pass, when Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came up into the land, that we said, Come, and let us go to Jerusalem, for fear of the army of the Chaldeans, and for fear of the army of the Syrians. So we dwell at Jerusalem. Actually, you know what? I think we are at the point where Judah has already been captured, but Jerusalem hasn't been captured yet. That's coming out. Jerusalem's gonna fall here in like 5 chapters. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Go and tell the men of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, Will ye not receive instruction to hearken to my words, saith the Lord? The words of Jonadab, the son of Rechab, that he commanded his sons not to drink wine, are performed. For unto this day they drink none, but obey their father's commandment. Notwithstanding, I have spoken unto you, rising early and speaking, but ye hearkened not unto me. I have sent also unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising up early and sending them, saying, Return ye now every man from his evil way, and amend your doings, and go not after other gods to serve them. And ye shall dwell in the land which I have given to you and to your fathers, but ye have not inclined your ear, nor hearkened unto me. Because the sons of Jonadab, the son of Rechab, have performed the commandment of their father, which he commanded them, but this people hath not hearkened unto me. Therefore, thus, God is a jealous God. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of hosts, the God of Israel, Behold, I will bring upon Judah and upon all the inhabitants of Jerusalem all the evil that I have pronounced against them, because I have spoken unto them, but they have not heard. And I have called unto them, but they have not answered. And Jeremiah said unto the house of the Rechabites, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Because ye have obeyed the commandment of Jonadab your father, and kept all his precepts, and done according unto all that he hath commanded you, Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, God of Israel, Jonadab, the son of Rechab, shall not want a man to stand before me forever. God ain't playing. Let me look something up real quick. I want to see something. Because somebody was saying something last night, and I think they were wrong. Macrothymia. Macrothymia. Yeah, I see. I knew this. Oh, man. Holy moly. I'm not even going to talk about that. But wow. Oh, man. Ay, caramba. Ugh. How's everybody doing today? You know, it's St. Patty's Day. St. Patrick. Catholic holiday. What was up with St. Patty? The patron saint who brought Christianity to the country. Now it's a day where a bunch of people get drunk at the bar and drink green beer. Maewyn Succat, kidnapped and taken to Ireland as a slave at the age of 16. Later escaped and returned to Ireland as a missionary to convert the pagan population. Wow. I bet you the pagans think that St. Patty's Day is pagan too. I bet you there's some people that would argue that. They just love to take everything Christian and twist it and ruin it. Like the determinism and predeterminism thing. They always do this. And then people fall for it. It's crazy. St. Patty's Day, Christian holiday. Shout out St. Patty. I won't be drinking any green beer at the bar tonight. It's Lent. We're cutting back. St. Patrick is also recognized as an Orthodox saint. Well, yeah, because what's that, pre-schism, right? When this happened? When did this happen? 461. He died in 461. The schism of the Orthodox Church and the Catholic Church, when did that happen? Like 600? Oh, 1054. Yeah, so this was way before the schism. So, yeah, he would be saints for both of them. Yep, that makes sense. So, base St. Patrick, Christian holiday. St. Valentine's Day, Christian holiday. Christmas, Christian holiday. Easter is Pascha that's been paganized. It's not that Christianity took a pagan holiday and made it Christian. It's that a Christian holiday has been paganized over time with Easter bunnies and whatnot. 4th of July and Thanksgiving, American holidays. All right, American. Halloween, Christian holiday, not a pagan holiday. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Anyway. Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody. Chapter 36. And it came to pass in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, the king of Judah, that this word came unto Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, this is Baruch. This is where Baruch, the scribe, is going to record Jeremiah's words. Take thee a roll of a book, and write therein all the words that I have spoken unto thee against Israel, and against Judah, and against all the nations, from the day I spake unto thee, from the days of Josiah, even unto this day. It may be that the house of Judah will hear all the evil which I propose to do unto them. Will hear all the evil which I propose to do unto them. Take note of that, because it's been said about 20 times in Jeremiah. Propose, meaning speak, say unto them. And God, when he speaks, it comes into existence. He speaks things into existence, his word. So when he proposes to do evil unto them, he's going to speak evil unto them, and it will happen. That might blow some people's minds. That they may return every man from his evil way, that I may forgive their iniquity and their sin. Then Jeremiah called Baruch the son of Neriah, and Baruch wrote from the mouth of Jeremiah all the words of the Lord which he had spoken unto him upon a roll of a book. And Jeremiah commanded Baruch, saying, I am shut up, I cannot go into the house of the Lord. Therefore go thou and read in the roll which thou hast written from my mouth the words of the Lord in the ears of the people in the Lord's house upon the fasting day. And also thou shalt read them in the ears of all Judah that come out of their cities. It may be they will present their supplication before the Lord, and will return every one from his evil way. For great is the anger and the fury that the Lord hath pronounced against this people. And Baruch, the son of Neriah, did according to all that Jeremiah the prophet commanded him, reading in the book the words of the Lord in the Lord's house. And it came to pass in the 5th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, the king of Judah, in the 9th month, that they proclaimed a fast before the Lord to all the people in Jerusalem, and to all the people that came from the cities of Jerusalem, from the cities of Judah unto Jerusalem. Then read Baruch in the book the words of Jeremiah in the house of the Lord, in the chamber of Gemariah, the son of Shaphan, the scribe, in the higher court, at the entry of the new gate of the Lord's house, in the ears of all the people. That was very specific. When Micaiah, the son of Gemariah, the son of Shaphan, had heard out of the book all the words of the Lord, then he went down into the king's house, into the scribe's chamber. And lo, all the princes sat there, even Elishama, the scribe, and Delaiah, the son of Shemaliah, and Elnathan, where'd I go? I lost my place. Elnathan, the son of Achbor, and Gemariah, the son of Shaphan, and Zedekiah, the son of Hananiah, and all the princes. Then Micaiah declared unto them all the words that he had heard when Baruch read the book in the ears of the people. Therefore all the princes sent to Jehudi, the son of Nethaniah, the son of Shelemiah, the son of Cushi, unto Baruch, saying, Take in thine hand the roll wherein thou hast read in the ears of the people, and come. So Baruch, the son of Neriah, took the roll in his hand and came unto them. And they said unto him, Sit down and read it in our ears. So Baruch read it in their ears. Now it came to pass, when they had heard all the words, they were afraid, both one and other, and said unto Baruch, We will surely tell the king of all these words. And they asked Baruch, saying, Tell us now, how didst thou write all these words at his mouth? Then Baruch answered them, He pronounced all these words unto me with his mouth, and I wrote them with ink in the book. Then said the princes unto Baruch, Go, hide thee, thou and Jeremiah, and let no man know where ye be. And they went in to the king, into the court, but they laid up the roll in the chamber of Elishama the scribe, and told all the words in the ears of the king. So the king sent Jehudi to fetch the roll, and he took it out of Elishama the scribe's chamber, and Jehudi read it in the ears of the king, and in the ears of all the princes which stood beside the king. The king's not going to be happy, by the way. Now the king sat in the winter house in the 9th month, and there was a fire on the hearth burning before him. He's gonna, oh, yeah. I remember this. This is no bueno, king. You're making a mistake right here, buddy. And it came to pass that when Jehudi had read 3 or 4 leaves, he cut it with the penknife and cast it into the fire that was on the hearth, until all the roll was consumed in the fire that was on the hearth. Yet they were not afraid, nor rent. They were not afraid, nor rent their garments, neither the king nor any of his servants that heard all these words. So he's like, get this out of here. What is this? I'm not worried about this. He throws it in the fire. They're not worried. They're not concerned. They're not renting their clothes. Renting their clothes? What would past tense be? Renting? Renting? Nevertheless, Elnathan and Delaiah and Gemariah had made intercession to the king, but he would not burn the roll, but he would not hear them. Made intercession to the king that he would not burn the roll, but he would not hear them. So they're saying, King, please don't do that. That's not going to be good for us if you do that. King didn't listen. He throws the scroll in the fire. But the king commanded Jeramiel, the son of Hamelech, and Seraiah, the son of Azriel, and Shelemiah, the son of Abdiel, to take Baruch the scribe and Jeremiah the prophet, but the Lord hid them. Then the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah after that the king had burned the roll, and the words which Baruch wrote at the mouth of Jeremiah, saying, Take thee again another roll, and write in it the former words that were in the first roll, which Jehoiakim, the king of Judah, hath burned. Joseph Smith copies this story, by the way, because he has the dude transcribe what he reads out of the hat, and then it gets lost, and so he does it again. He basically steals that story from the Bible. But everything he did was copied from other stuff. And thou shalt say to Jehoiakim, king of Judah, Thus saith the Lord, Thou hast burned this roll, saying, Why hast thou written therein, saying, The king of Babylon shall certainly come and destroy this land, and shall cause to cease from thence man and beast. So the king's like, why are you writing this stuff to saying that Babylon's going to come wipe us out? So that's why the king got mad and threw it, because he didn't like what it said. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, He shall have none to sit upon the throne of David, and his dead body shall be cast out in the day to the heat, and in the night to the frost. And I will punish him and his seed, and his servants for their iniquity. And I will bring upon them, and upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and upon the men of Judah, all the evil that I have pronounced against them. But they hearkened not. Then took Jeremiah another roll, and gave it to Baruch the scribe, the son of Neriah, who wrote therein from the mouth of Jeremiah all the words of the book, which Jehoiakim king of Judah had burned in the fire, and there were added beside unto them many like words. They copied it. They wrote another one. You think you can just burn God's scrolls and he can't just get him to write another one? Come on now. Chapter 37. Oh, Jeremiah's about to get locked up again. I'm locked up They won't let me out. Valentine also Orthodox. I mean, pre-schism Catholic, but yeah, same thing. Augustine is odd for me because he's Orthodox, but the West went too far with embracing his unorthodox ideas. St. Augustine, all I know is there's a place in Florida called St. Augustine, and it's nice. It's a nice place. Nice place. They won't let me out, no. St. Valentine got locked up in prison, and then his jailer, what's the story? His jailer had like a blind daughter, and he cured her blindness while he was in jail. And that was one of his miracles that made him a saint. I think he did other miracles too. Well, he fed people. He would leave gifts for people and feed people, which is one of his miracles. But his other miracle was curing the jailer's daughter of blindness, which is pretty based. You know, that's love right there. You ain't got no reason to cure your jailer's daughter, but he did it. That's based. Also, the filioque. A lot of what Catholics teach on original sin came from Augustine. Also, the filioque. Yeah, original sin's a tough one because, like we just read, God said, and I will. So the king throws the scrolls in the fire, and God said, I will punish him and his seed and his servants for their iniquity. So the king's servants didn't throw the scroll in the fire, and his seed means his kids. So God punishes the kids for what their father did. Same thing with David and Bathsheba. David and Bathsheba's first child, God explicitly says, I'm going to kill the kid because of your sin. So he does, and he does. The kid dies. And God explicitly says, your kid's going to die because of what you did. And the kid dies because of what they did. So it makes original sins a tough one. It's just hard for people. It's hard for me to believe that like an aborted baby would go to hell or something because of the sins of their father. I can't believe that. I don't think most Christians do. But that's what original sin would imply. I'm more of the mind that we're born into a fallen world, and the world acts on us to influence us very quickly. It can be from a very young age, even in the womb. That's why you have babies who are born addicted to drugs because their mom's on drugs. The influence of the evil of the world even affects the child in the womb. You know how they say like kids in the womb react to music? If the mom's listening to like gangster drill rap and the baby's in there hearing that, the baby gonna come out with a dang teardrop tattoo on its face and a bandana. You know? Driving a lowrider. That's what I think of original sin. But also what people always talk about original sin. Nobody ever wants to talk about original blessings. Many times in the Bible, it talks about how because you were righteous and you did what was right in the eyes of the Lord, your seed will be blessed. So there's original blessings too, or blessings from the Father. Nobody ever talks about that. Everybody always wants to argue about original sin. Nobody ever brings up original blessings. I don't get it. Wouldn't you think that we should rather focus on original blessings rather than original sin? Just makes sense to me. But what do I know? I'm not educated. I didn't go to college. I didn't go to art school. So I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh my God. Do I even want to read this comment? In case you were wondering, yes, I will continue to pop. First, in case you were wondering, no, I wasn't wondering. I kind of expected you to do that, so I wasn't wondering. Yes, I will continue to pop up unexpectedly. It's not unexpected. I expect it. To ransack the chat and forbid you teach my book. Stop butchering it. Make me. How are you going to forbid me to do anything? You're not God. Forbid me. Watch me. Watch. I'm going to keep doing it. You ready? Chapter 37. And King Zedekiah, the son of Josiah, reigned instead of Coniah, the son of Jehoiakim, whom Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, made king in the land of Judah. But neither he nor his servants, nor the people of the land did hearken unto the words of the Lord, which he spake by the prophet Jeremiah. And Zedekiah, the king, sent Jehukal, the son of Shelemiah, and Zephaniah, the son of Maaseiah, the priest, to the prophet. I don't know if I'm saying that guy's name right. It might just be Messiah or Messiah, but the way it's written, it's like Maaseiah. So that's how I'm going to say it. I don't know if I'm just saying all these names phonetically, by the way. So I don't speak ancient Jew. Maybe Chris Terry can help us. He's an Israelite. He knows how to speak ancient Israel. He's not teaching, so you'd have to make him teach first. He's exactly that too. I left that part out. It also says on every thumbnail, not a teacher, not a preacher. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a preacher. I'm not here to teach you. Let no man teach you. Study yourself approved. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. Let it go in one ear and out the other. If I say something you're interested in, go look into it yourself. If I say something you disagree with, go look into it yourself. If I say something you agree with, go look into it yourself. Study yourself approved. It's not my job to teach. I'm not a teacher. I ain't teaching nobody. I'm teaching myself. God's teaching me. I'm not even teaching myself. What the? Okay. Maaseiah, the priest to the prophet Jeremiah, saying, Pray now unto the Lord our God for us. Now Jeremiah came and went out among the people, for they had not put him into prison. Then Pharaoh's army was come forth out of Egypt, and when the Chaldeans that besieged Jerusalem heard tidings of them, they departed from Jerusalem. Then came the word of the Lord unto the prophet Jeremiah, saying, Thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, Thus shall ye say to the king of Judah, that sent you unto me to inquire of me, Behold, Pharaoh's army, which is come forth to help you, shall return to Egypt and to their own land. And the Chaldeans shall come again and fight against this city, and take it and burn it with fire. I still want to do a three-way debate. I think it'd be really fun to have a three-way debate between Freddie the Pharaoh, Chris Terry the Hebrew Israelite, and JS the dirty heretic Christian. I think that'd be a great debate. You said it, you ain't no teacher, so stop. Nah, I'm going to keep going. Thus saith the Lord, Deceive not yourselves, saying, The Chaldeans shall surely depart from us, for they shall not depart. For though ye had smitten the whole army of the Chaldeans that fight against you, and there remained but wounded men among them, yet should they rise up every man in his tent and burn this city with fire. And it came to pass that when the army of the Chaldeans was broken up from Jerusalem for fear of Pharaoh's army, that Jeremiah went forth out of Jerusalem to go into the land of Benjamin, to separate himself thence in the midst of the people. And when he was in the gate of Benjamin, a captain of the ward was there, whose name was Arijah, the son of Shelemiah, the son of Hananiah, and he took Jeremiah the prophet, saying, Thou fallest away to the Chaldeans. Then said Jeremiah, It is false. I fall not away to the Chaldeans. But he hearkened not to him. So Arijah took Jeremiah and brought him to the princes. Wherefore the princes were wroth with Jeremiah and smote him, and put him in prison in the house of Jonathan the scribe, for they had made that the prison. When Jeremiah was entered into the dungeon and into the cabins, and Jeremiah had remained there many days. Then Zedekiah the king sent and took him out. And the king asked him secretly in his house and said, Is there any word from the Lord? And Jeremiah said, Dude, that's so funny. They go to Jeremiah and they're like, Did God tell you anything while you were in there? You got locked up, Jeremiah. While you were locked up, did God tell you anything? What's God saying? You got him on that hotline bling. What's God up to? Did the Lord say anything, Jeremiah? And Jeremiah said, There is. For said he, Thou shalt be delivered into the hand of the king of Babylon. So listen, I've got bad news, and I've got some good news, and I've got some bad news. Good news is God did have something to say. Bad news is he said the king of Babylon's still going to come and take you. Dang, Jeremiah, I don't want to hear that. Moreover, Jeremiah said unto King Zedekiah, What have I offended against thee, or against thy servants, or against this people, that ye have put me in prison? Why you got me locked up, king? Where are now your prophets which prophesied unto you, saying, The king of Babylon shall not come against you, nor against this land? What happened to the prophets that said you were going to be fine? Oh, yeah, that's right. God said that they were liars. They're all dead. Therefore, hear now, I pray thee, O my lord the king, let my supplication, I pray thee, be accepted before thee, that thou cause me not to return to the house of Jonathan the scribe, lest I die there. Then Zedekiah the king commanded that they should commit Jeremiah into the court of the prison, and that they should give him daily a piece of bread out of the baker's street, until all the bread in the city were spent. Thus Jeremiah remained in the court of the prison. So they moved him out of ISO, and they moved him into Gen Pop, and they started feeding him again. They had him locked up in the dungeon. They weren't feeding him. He was going to die. He said, Can you at least put me in Gen Pop so I can get some food? He said, All right, we'll move you to Gen Pop. We'll get you a piece of bread every day. Oh, man. Jess has very legitimate opinions. I don't consider these opinions, though. Opinions is like what my favorite cereal is, or what my favorite music is, or who my favorite rapper is. Those are opinions, like preferences. Things that you can be right or wrong about objectively can't be opinions. Because if you're right, then it's not a right opinion, you're just right. And if you're wrong, that's not a wrong opinion, you're just wrong, or I'm just wrong. So I'm either right or I'm wrong. You know? The thing is, you don't teach the Bible with opinions. I agree. I just agreed with you. Look at that. We agree on something. None of this is opinions. This is what I know to be true, and if I'm right, it's true, and if it's wrong, then I wouldn't say I'm lying to you, because it's not intentionally trying to deceive you. It's just, I'm just wrong. And I'm fine with being wrong. Chapter 38. Then Shephatiah the son of Matan, and Gedaliah the son of Pashur, and Jukal the son of Shelemiah, and Pashur the son of Malchiah, heard the words that Jeremiah had spoken unto all the people, saying, Thus saith the Lord, He that remaineth in this city shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence. But he that goeth forth to the Chaldeans shall live, for he shall have his life for a prey and shall live. What do you think about this part, Chris Terry? This is actually not the first time this has been said, but God tells them basically, you have four options. You either stay here and you die in war, you starve to death, or you die from disease, or you go with the Babylonians and be a slave for 70 years. Those are your four options. Which do you prefer? Use your free will and make a choice. Die, 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 slave. Free will. And by the way, I command you to be the slave option. But if you want to stay, you die. What do you think of that, Chris Terry? All right. Thus saith the Lord, this city shall surely be given into the hand of the king of Babylon's army, which shall take it. Shall surely be given into the hand of the Babylonians, who will take it. The Babylonians are God's spear, the evil that he is pronouncing on Israel. Therefore the princes said unto the king, we beseech thee, let this man be put to death. For thus he weakeneth the hands of the men of war that remain in this city, and the hands of all the people in speaking such words. You're making our soldiers weak because you're saying this stuff, Jeremiah. Is this Jeremiah talking? Yeah, well, they're talking because he talked to them. Dude, what the heck? They're saying you're making our soldiers scared, dude. They don't even want to fight anymore. They're about to just walk out with their hands up and become slaves because they don't want to die. Unto them, for this man seeketh not the welfare of this people, but the hurt. See, do no harm. He seeks our hurt because he's telling us that God is going to do all this stuff. Then Zedekiah the king said, behold, he is in your hand, for the king is not he that can do anything against you. Then took they, is Jeremiah about to die? Then took they Jeremiah and cast him into the dungeon of Malchiah, the son of Hamelech, that was in the court of the prison. And they let down Jeremiah with cords. And in the dungeons there was no water but mire. So Jeremiah sunk in the mire. Dang, it's like that's like Never Ending Story. What's the horse's name in Never Ending Story? What's the kid and the horse in Never Ending Story? He got sad and he sank into the mire. Dang, could you imagine a dungeon that the only way to get into it is they have to lower you down with ropes. And when you get to the bottom, it's like a swamp. And there's no water. It's just muck. Probably decomposing bodies and just muck and bodily stuff, you know, from the previous prisoners that were in there. And you just sink into it. There's nothing to drink. You try to drink it and you just dang. That's savage. Is he going to die in there? Jeremiah sunk in the mire. Now when Ebed-Melech, the Ethiopian, one of the eunuchs, which was in the king's house, heard that they had put Jeremiah in the dungeon, the king then sitting in the gate of Benjamin, Ebed-Melech went forth out of the king's house and spake to the king, saying, my lord, the king, these men have done evil in all that they have done to Jeremiah the prophet, whom they have cast into the dungeon. And he is like to die for hunger in the place where he is, for there is no more bread in the city. Well, I mean, everybody's going to die of hunger in that case. I mean, doesn't matter if you're in prison or out of prison, you're all going to die of starvation because Babylon's coming and you're all going to either die of starvation or war or disease, or you're going to be a slave. So I mean, it's not saying much. There's no food left in the city. Then the king commanded Ebed-melech the Ethiopian, saying, take from hence 30 men with thee, and take up Jeremiah the prophet out of the dungeon before he die. Oh, they're going to save Jeremiah. Let's go. So Ebed-melech took the men with him and went into the house of the king under the treasury and took thence old cast clouts and old rotten rags and let them down by cords into the dungeon to Jeremiah. And Ebed-melech the Ethiopian, they say, Ebed-melech the Ethiopian, you know, that Ethiopian guy. Imagine if we called people by that today. If I was like, who's a foreign person? You know, Teriak the Irishman. You know, Chris Terry, the black Israelite. Allegedly. Dude, why is my phone blowing up? Ebed-melech the Ethiopian. Is it MMA? Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey. But it's on Netflix. What's the promotion? I know Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey are fighting. Daddy Jub said they just added Nate Diaz and Mike Perry to the fight card. And potentially Mighty Mouse might be on the fight card, but he's not sure about that one. But it's going to be on Netflix. It's not UFC. But he's saying they're going to fight MMA. I thought it was going to be boxing. I thought they were all boxing. I've never heard of a Netflix MMA promotion. That's kind of crazy. Anyway. And Ebed-melech the Ethiopian said unto Jeremiah, put now these old cast clouts and rotten rags under thine armholes, under the cords. And Jeremiah did so. Basically, they made a harness for him, and they pulled him up with a harness. So they drew up Jeremiah with cords and took him up out of the dungeon, and Jeremiah remained in the court of the prison. If you can get him out of the dungeon, why can't you just release him from prison? Everybody's about to starve anyway. Then Zedekiah the king sent and took Jeremiah the prophet unto him into the third entry that is in the house of the Lord. And the king said unto Jeremiah, I will ask thee a thing, hide nothing from me. Bro, every time you ask him something, he never hides anything from you, but it's always bad news and you don't like it. Why don't you just stop asking and just listen to what he's been telling you over and over and over again? Pay attention. You can't change this. Babylon's coming. Get ready. And just walk out with your hands up. Give up. You have no chance. You can't change this. It's going to happen. Then Jeremiah said unto Zedekiah, if I declare it unto thee, wilt thou not surely put me to death? And if I give thee counsel, wilt thou not hearken unto me? So, Zedekiah, bro, you keep asking me what God's saying. I keep telling you, and you get pissed and you throw me in jail. If you ask me, I'm going to tell you, please don't lock me up again. I'm not going to lie to you. And just so you know, it's not going to get any better. So Zedekiah the king sware secretly unto Jeremiah, saying, as the Lord liveth, that made us this soul, I will not put thee to death, neither will I give thee into the hand of these men that seek thy life. Then said Jeremiah unto Zedekiah, thus saith the Lord, the God of hosts, the God of Israel, if thou wilt assuredly go forth unto the king of Babylon's princes, then thy soul shall live, and this city shall not be burned with fire, and thou shalt live, and thine house. But if thou wilt not go forth to the king of Babylon's princes, then shall this city be given into the hand of the Chaldeans, and they shall burn it with fire, and thou shalt not escape out of their hands. So basically, surrender, or everything's going to be burnt. And Zedekiah said unto Jeremiah, I am afraid of the Jews that are fallen to the Chaldeans, lest they deliver me into their hand and they mock me. But Jeremiah said, They shall not deliver thee. Obey, I beseech thee, the voice of the Lord, which I speak unto thee. So it shall be well unto thee, and thy soul shall live. This is the only way you're going to live, is if you surrender. Otherwise, you're going to die and the city's going to burn. But if thou refuse to go forth, this is the word that the Lord hath showed me. And behold, all the women that are left in the king of Judah's house shall be brought forth to the king of Babylon's princes, and those women shall say, Thy friends have set thee on, and have prevailed against thee. Thy feet are sunk in the mire, and they are turned away back. So they shall bring out all thy wives and thy children to the Chaldeans, and thou shalt not escape out of their hand, but shalt be taken by the hand of the king of Babylon, and thou shalt cause this city to be burned with fire. Then said Zedekiah unto Jeremiah. Now somebody might read that and be like, oh, look, it says he had wives. He had multiple wives. That means the Bible justifies having multiple wives. Do you think things are looking good for Zedekiah? What does Flipper say? Then said Zedekiah unto Jeremiah, Let no man know of these words, and thou shalt not die. But if the princes hear that I have talked with thee, and they come unto thee, and say unto thee, Declare unto us now what thou hast said unto the king. Hide it not from us, and we will not put thee to death. Also, what the king said unto thee. Then thou shalt say unto them, I presented my supplication before the king, that he would not cause me to return to Jonathan's house to die there. Then came all the princes unto Jeremiah. So basically, king said, yo, when these Chaldean princes come, you got to lie to them. You can't tell them that you told me this. Then came all the princes unto Jeremiah and asked him, and he told them according to all these words that the king had commanded. So they left off speaking with him, for the matter was not perceived. So he lied to them on order from the king so that he wouldn't die. So Jeremiah abode in the court of the prison until the day that Jerusalem was taken, and he was there when Jerusalem was taken. The fall of Jerusalem. Here we go. Is this it? This is what we've been leading up to for the past Isaiah and Jeremiah. All of this. Is this the climax? This might be it. Chapter 39. In the 9th year of Zedekiah, king of Judah, in the 10th month, came Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and all his army against Jerusalem, and they besieged it. And in the 11th year of Zedekiah, in the 4th month, the 9th day of the month, the city was broken up. And all the princes of the king of Babylon came in and sat in the middle gate, even Nergal-Sharezer, Shamgar-Nebo. Oh my gosh, these are Babylonian words. So now it's like a whole new language of names. I got used to the Hebrew names, but now we're gonna be getting into some Babylonian names, which are even crazier. Okay, Nergal-Sharezer, Samgar-Nebo, Sarsakim, Rabsaris, Nergal-Sharezer. What's the difference between that one and that one? It's the same name. Rabmag, with all the residue of the princes of the king of Babylon. And it came to pass when Zedekiah, the king of Judah, saw them and all the men of war, then they fled and went forth out of the city by night, by the way of the king's garden, by the gate betwixt the two walls. And he went out the way of the plain. But the Chaldeans' army pursued after them and overtook Zedekiah in the plains of Jericho. And when they had taken him, they brought him up to Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, to Riblah in the land of Hamath, where he gave judgment upon him. the king of Babylon slew the sons of Zedekiah in Riblah before his eyes. Also, the king of Babylon slew all the nobles of Judah. Moreover, he put out Zedekiah's eyes and bound him with chains to carry him to Babylon. You should have. Jeremiah told you, dude, to give yourself up. Just turn yourself in. But instead, you wanted to run. You wanted to flee. He told you what would happen if you tried to flee. And the Chaldeans burned the king's house and the house of the people with fire and break down the walls of Jerusalem. Why didn't you just listen to Jeremiah, dude? Well, God knew. God already said that you weren't going to listen, but you asked. He told you. You still didn't listen, which God said you wouldn't do. Crazy how that works. Moreover, I already read that. Then Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, carried away captive into Babylon the remnant of the people that remained in the city, and those that fell away, that fell to him with the rest of the people that remained. And Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, left of the poor of the people, which had nothing in the land of Judah, and gave them vineyards and fields at the same time. Now Nebuchadrezzar, king of Babylon, wait, this is this a different name? Yeah, this is not Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadrezzar. Oh, I think, is that R and N? Is this a typo? It says, it looks like Nebuchadnezzar, but this is an R, not an N. Maybe it's just, no, that's an R. Dude, there's a typo in my Bible. So there is Nergal-sharezer. This says Nebuchadrezzar. And it's spelled exactly like Nebuchadnezzar, except there's an R instead of an N. And it says King of Babylon. That's a typo in my Bible. Wow, interesting. It's not a different person. It's an R instead of an N. And I was thinking maybe it's just an N that's missing, like the ink didn't finish the line, but that's definitely not an N. That's an R. That's a typo in my Bible. Interesting. Now Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, gave charge concerning Jeremiah to Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, saying, take him and look well to him, and do him no harm, but do unto him even as he shall say unto thee. So Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, sent, and Nebuchadnezzar, Rabsaris, and Nergal-sharezer, Rabmag, and all the king of Babylon's princes. This is where we get names like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Babylon has totally different names. Even they sent and took Jeremiah out of the court of the prison and committed him unto Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, that should carry him home. So he dwelt among the people. Now the word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah while he was shut up in the court of the prison, saying, go and speak to Ebed-melech the Ethiopian, saying, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will bring my words upon this city for evil, and not for good, and they shall be accomplished in that day before thee. The Lord said, behold, I will bring my words upon this city for evil, and not for good, and they shall be accomplished in that day before thee. But I will deliver thee in that day, saith the Lord, and thou shalt not be given into the hand of the men of whom thou art afraid. For I will surely deliver thee, and thou shalt not fall by the sword, but thy life shall be for a prey unto thee. because thou hast put thy trust in me, saith the Lord. So how many times has it said, how many times now is that? What are we at? Maybe 20 times now? But what do I know? Why is there... There's like a lump in my... The heck was that? It's like a piece of dirt or something in my Bible. There was like a lump. Okay. But I will deliver thee in that day, saith the Lord, and thou shalt not be given into the hand of the men of whom thou art afraid, for I will surely deliver thee, and thou shalt not fall by the sword, but thy life shall be for a prey unto thee, because thou hast put thy trust in me, saith the Lord. Based. Chapter 40. We're going to go to 45. 42 is long. I don't know. We might not make it to 45. We might just go to 44. Oh, 45 is short. All right. Chapter 40. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord after that Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, had let him go from Ramah, when he had taken him, being bound in chains, among all that were carried away captive of Jerusalem and Judah, which were carried away captive unto Babylon. And the captain of the guard took Jeremiah and said unto him, The Lord thy God hath pronounced this evil upon this place. Now the Lord hath brought it and done according as he hath said, because ye have sinned against the Lord and have not obeyed his voice. Therefore this thing is come upon you. And now, behold, I loose thee this day from the chains which were upon thine hand. If it seem good unto thee to come with me into Babylon, come, and I will look well unto thee. But if it seem ill unto thee to come with me into Babylon, forbear. Behold, all the land is before thee. Whither it seemeth good and convenient for thee to go, thither go. So you can come with me, or you can leave, and you can go wherever you want. But just so you know, there's not much out there. Good luck. But God already told him you're going with the Babylonians, I think. Now, while he was not yet gone back, he said, Go back also to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, whom the king of Babylon hath made governor over the cities of Judah, and dwell with him among the people. Or go wheresoever it seemeth convenient unto thee to go. So the captain of the guard gave him victuals and a reward, and let him go. Oh, I guess he doesn't go with the Babylonians, even though the Babylonians are still like the Babylonians left some cities standing, but they're still in charge. But they appointed new is like a regime change. They appointed new rulers in these cities that they left standing. But a lot of the cities where people resisted, they burned. And then a lot of them, they took slaves. And then a lot of them, they just killed all the kings and stuff. And then they left people there that they appointed to be in charge. And they left the city standing. But they're still basically running those cities. Then went Jeremiah unto Gedaliah the son of Ahikam to Mizpah, and dwelt with him among the people that were left in the land. Now when all the captains of the forces which were in the fields, even they and their men, heard that the king of Babylon had made Gedaliah the son of Ahikam governor in the land, and had committed unto him men and women and children, and of the poor of the land, of them that were not carried away captive to Babylon. Then they came to Gedaliah to Mizpah, even Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, and Johanan, and Jonathan, the sons of Kareah, And Seraiah, the sons of Tanhumeth, and the sons of Ephi, and Netoph- Ephi the Netophathite, and Jezaniah, the son of Maachathite, the son of a Maachathite, they and their men. And Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, swear unto them and to their men, saying, Fear not to serve the Chaldeans. Dwell in the land and serve the king of Babylon, and it shall be well with you. So see, they're still under the thumb of the king of Babylon, but he left some of the poor people and some of the people to stay in a village and live their life, but they're still in charge. Babylon is still in charge. As for me, behold, I will dwell at Mizpah to serve the Chaldeans, which will come unto us. But ye, gather ye wine and summer fruits and oil, and put them in your vessels, and dwell in your cities that ye have taken. Likewise, when all the Jews that were in Moab and among the Ammonites and in Edom and that were in all the countries heard that the king of Babylon, Jews in Edom, look at that, Chris, and that were in all the countries heard that the king of Babylon had left a remnant of Judah, and that he had set over them Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, even all the Jews returned out of all places whither they were driven, and came to the land of Judah to Gedaliah unto Mizpah, and gathered wine and summer fruits very much. Moreover, Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces that were in the fields came to Gedaliah to Mizpah, and said unto him, Dost thou certainly know that Baalis, the king of the Ammonites, hath sent Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, to slay thee? But Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, believed them not. Then Johanan, the son of Kareah, spake to Gedaliah in Mizpah secretly, saying, Let me go, I pray thee, and I will slay Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, and no man shall know it. Wherefore should he slay thee, that all the Jews which are gathered unto thee should be scattered, and the remnant in Judah perish? But Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, said unto Johanan, the son of Kareah, Thou shalt not do this thing, for thou speakest falsely of Ishmael. This is the conspiracy against Ishmael. So Ishmael's like running things, and this Johanan guy wants to kill him. And Gedaliah is like, no, don't do that, dude. Why are you messing around? You're going to get us in trouble. Stop playing. Now it came to pass in the 7th month that Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, the son of Elishama, of the seed royal, and the princes of the king, even 10 men with him, came unto Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, to Mizpah, and there they did eat bread together in Mizpah. Uh-oh. It seems like maybe Ishmael is going to kill him, and maybe he should have let Johanan handle this, but he didn't, so it might have been a mistake. Then arose Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, and the 10 men that were with him, and smote Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, with the sword, and slew him, whom the king of Babylon had made governor over the land. So see, okay, so Johanan was right. Ishmael comes in. Ishmael finds out Gedaliah is been given this land and is governor over it from the king of Babylon. And Ishmael shows up and he gets a little jealous. He's like, why did he give him this land? So Ishmael's plotting on Gedaliah. Johanan figures it out, and he's like, Gedaliah, he's going to kill you. Let me handle this. Let me take him out. I'll take care of it. I'll whack him. Gedaliah says, no. Ishmael's a nice guy. Unfortunately, Jeremiah wasn't around to tell them what to do, and Gedaliah is not a prophet, so Johanan was right. Ishmael kills Gedaliah. Ishmael also slew all the Jews that were with him, even with Gedaliah at Mizpah, the Chaldeans that were found there, and the men of war. That's funny. So, because I was wondering, I was like, wait a second. God said, if you don't go with the Babylonians to be slaves, you're going to die from either starvation, disease, or by the sword. But then there's people left over who are left behind who get a city given to them. And I was thinking, wait, I thought they were all going to die. Turns out they do all die by the sword. God's always right. God was right. And it came to pass the second day after he had slain Gedaliah, and no man knew it, that there came certain from Shechem, from Shiloh, and from Samaria, even 80 men, having their beards shaven and their clothes rent, and having cut themselves, with offerings and incense in their hands, to bring them to the house of the Lord. Ishmael's going to take them out too. And Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, went forth from Mizpah to meet them, weeping all along as he went. And it came to pass, as he met them, he said unto them, Come to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam. Oh no, they're about to get sabotaged too. Ishmael's taking out everybody that was left over. God said, you don't go with them and be a slave, you're gonna die from the sword. And they thought they made it out easy. They thought, man, we got a nice little city. We get to gather our summer fruits and just hang out and live here. I guess God was wrong. Everything's gonna be fine. No. Don't be foolish. There's no happy ending for you. And it was so, when they came into the midst of the city, that Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, slew them and cast them into the midst of the pit, he and the men that were with him. But 10 men were found among them that said unto Ishmael, Slay us not, for we have treasures in the field of wheat, and of barley, and of oil, and of honey. So he forbare, and slew them not among their brethren. Now the pit wherein Ishmael had cast all the dead bodies of the men whom he had slain because of Gedaliah, was it which Asa the king had made for fear of Baasha, king of Israel, and Ishmael the son of Nethaniah filled it with them that were slain. Then Ishmael carried away captive all the residue of the people that were in Mizpah, even the king's daughters, and all the people that remained in Mizpah, whom Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, had committed to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, and Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, carried them away captive and departed to go over to the Ammonites. So they were made slaves in a foreign land, just like God said. You're not getting out of this. There's no way out of this. It looked like a happy ending. No happy ending. But when Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces that were with him heard of all the evil that Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, had done, then they took all the men and went to fight with Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, and found him by the great waters that are in Gibeon. Oh, poor Johanan. I have a feeling this isn't going to end well for Johanan and his men. Now it came to pass, when all the people that were with Ishmael saw Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces that were with him, then they were glad. So all the people that Ishmael had carried away captive from Mizpah cast about and returned, and went unto Johanan, the son of Kareah. But Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, escaped from Johanan with 8 men and went to the Ammonites. Then took Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captives of the forces that were with him, all the remnant of the people whom he had recovered from Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, from Mizpah, after that he had slain Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, even mighty men of war, and the women, and the children, and the eunuchs, whom he had brought again from Gibeon. And they departed and dwelt in the habitation of Chimham, which is by Bethlehem, to go to enter into Egypt, because of the Chaldeans, for they were afraid of them, because Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, had slain Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, whom the king of Babylon made governor in the land. Oh, are these guys going to make it out? I don't know if Johanan is is an Israelite, though. I think he might be a. I think we're gonna find out. Let's keep going. Maybe we'll find out. Then all the captains of the chapter 42. Jeremiah counsels Johanan. So I don't know if Johanan is an Israelite. He might make it out of this. Him and his little remnant. Then all the captains of the forces and Johanan, the son of Kareah, Jezaniah, the son of Hoshaiah, and all the people from the least even unto the greatest came near, and said unto Jeremiah the prophet, Let, we beseech thee, our supplication be accepted before thee, and pray for us unto the Lord thy God, even for all this remnant. For we are left but a few of many as thine eyes do behold us, that the Lord thy God may show us the way wherein we may walk, and the thing that we may do. Then Jeremiah the prophet said unto them, I have heard you. Behold, I will pray unto the Lord your God according to your words, and it shall come to pass that whatsoever thing the Lord shall answer you, I will declare it unto you. I will keep nothing back from you. Then they said to Jeremiah, The Lord be a true and faithful witness between us, if we do not even according to all things for which the Lord thy God shall send thee to us. Whether it be good or whether it be evil, we will obey the voice of the Lord our God, to whom we send thee, that it may be well with us, when we obey the voice of the Lord our God. And it came to pass after 10 days that the word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah. Then called he Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces which were with him, and all the people from the least even to the greatest. And he said unto them, Thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, unto whom ye sent me to present your supplication before him. If ye will still abide in this land, then will I build you and not pull you down, and I will plant you and not pluck you up, for I repent me of the evil that I have done unto you. Be not afraid of the king of Babylon, of whom ye are afraid. Be not afraid of him, saith the Lord, for I am with you to save you and to deliver you from his hand. This is the remnant. And I will show mercies unto you, that he may have mercy upon you and cause you to return to your own land. But if ye say, We will not dwell in this land, neither obey the voice of the Lord your God, saying, No, but we will go into the land of Egypt, where we shall see no war, nor hear the sound of the trumpet, nor have hunger of bread, and there will we dwell. And now therefore hear the word of the Lord, ye remnant of Judah. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, If ye wholly set your faces to enter into Egypt, and go to sojourn there, then it shall come to pass that the sword which ye feared shall overtake you there in the land of Egypt, and the famine the famine whereof ye were afraid shall follow close after you there in Egypt, and there ye shall die. So shall it be with all the men that set their faces to go into Egypt to sojourn there. They shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, and none of them shall remain or escape from the evil that I will bring unto them, upon them. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, As mine anger and my fury hath been poured forth upon the inhabitants of Jerusalem, so shall my fury be poured forth upon you, when ye shall enter into Egypt, and ye shall be an execration, and an astonishment, and a curse, and a reproach, and ye shall see this place no more. The Lord hath said concerning you, O ye remnant of Judah, Go ye not into Egypt. Know certainly that I have admonished you this day. For ye dissembled in your hearts when ye sent me unto the Lord your God, saying, Pray for us unto the Lord our God, and according unto all that the Lord our God shall say, so declare unto us, and we will do it. And now I have this day declared it to you, but ye have not obeyed the voice of the Lord your God, nor anything for which he hath sent me unto you. Now therefore know certainly that ye shall die by the sword, by famine, and by the pestilence, in the place whither ye desire to go, and to sojourn. So they're saying, we're going to Egypt. Ask us what God wants us to do. And he says, all right, as long as you do whatever God says. They say, we'll do whatever God says. He says, stay here. Set up this as your home. God will build it for you. Don't go to Egypt or you're going to die. And they said, nah, we want to go to Egypt. And he said, okay, well, you're going to die. These people are not very bright, man. I don't know. They're just not paying attention. And chapter 43, and it came to pass that when Jeremiah had made an end of speaking unto all the people all the words of the Lord their God, for which the Lord their God had sent him to them, even all these words, then spake Azariah the son of Hoshaiah, and Johanan the son of Kareah, and all the proud men, saying unto Jeremiah, Thou speakest falsely. The Lord our God hath not sent thee to say, Go not into Egypt to sojourn there. Oh my God, they're not going to listen to him. They're not going to listen to him. This is crazy. But Baruch, the son of Neriah, setteth thee on against us, for to deliver us into the hand of the Chaldeans, that they might put us to death and carry us away captives into Babylon. So Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces and all the people obeyed not the voice of the Lord to dwell in the land of Judah. They never listened, dude. But Johanan, the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces took all the remnant of Judah that were returned from all nations, whither they had been driven to dwell in the land of Judah, even men and women and children, and the king's daughters, and every person that Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, had left with Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, and Jeremiah, the prophet, and Baruch, the son of Neriah. So they came into the land of Egypt, for they obeyed not the voice of the Lord. Thus came they even to Tapanhes, Tapanese, Tapanese. Then came the word of the Lord unto Jeremiah in Tapanese, saying, Take great stones in thine hand, and hide them in the clay, in the brick kiln, which is at the entry of Pharaoh's house, and Tapanese, in the sight of the men of Judah. And say unto them, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Behold, I will send and take Nebuchadnezzar. Why sometimes does it say Nebuchadnezzar? Let me look this up. There's only one king of Babylon. Sometimes it says it's Nebuchadnezzar. It says Chad, it's Cad. Nebuchadnezzar. But this says, sometimes it says Nebuchadnezzar. Sometimes my Bible says Nebuchadnezzar. Sometimes it says Nebuchadnezzar. Is this a typo? No, it is not a typo. Nebuchadnezzar and Nebuchadrezzar are different transliterations of the same Babylonian king's name, found in the Hebrew text. Both spellings represent the same historical figure, Nebuchadnezzar II, with the variations commonly used interchangeably in different books of the Bible. Okay, that makes sense. Spelling differences. The variation occurs between the N and the R. Nebuchadrezzar with an R is considered closer to the original Hebrew text, often used in Ezekiel and Jeremiah. Nebuchadnezzar with an N is a more common form, often used in Daniel and in popular Latin Greek spellings. But I'm seeing literally in the same chapter, right here it says Nebuchadnezzar, and right here it says Nebuchadrezzar in the same chapter. While some sources suggest the N spelling was an intentional Jewish alliteration meaning Nebo, protect my jackass, a form of mocking, it is generally understood as just a spelling variation. Both spellings refer to the same person. For example, Jeremiah 28:11 renders it as Nebuchadnezzar. Somewhere around chapter 32 in the King James Version, the name is rendered as Nebuchadrezzar. Yeah. And then it starts going back and forth. Whereas the ESV, it's always Nebuchadnezzar. Why is the name rendered in two different ways in KJV? The Bible often has various spellings for different names. This is not unusual, not entirely relevant to the question, but while Nebuchadnezzar has generally become the more common form of the name in English, Nebuchadrezzar is closer to the actual Babylonian form of the name, which was Nabuchodonosor. There's a suggestion that the form with the N may be an insulting nickname from a form of Nabuchodonosor. Danusor, meaning Nabu, protect the mule, or protect my jackass, rather than Nabu, protect my heir, that appears in Babylonian. So Nebuchadrezzar, they're saying possibly the N is an insulting way of saying his name, like they're misspelling it on purpose. But this isn't for sure. There's no direct evidence of the existence of this nickname, though. It's just a theory. King James translators were careful to translate as near as possible to the original. In the case of the Hebrew, spellings are different. In Jeremiah 32:28, Nebuchadrezzar is spelled as, and then there's some Hebrew here, translated as Nebuchadrezzar or Nebuchadrezzar. However, in Jeremiah 28:11, the word Nebuchadnezzar or Nebuchadnezzar, the first vowel on both spellings is a Sheva, Sheva, so should be short and indistinctly pronounced. The K is a guttural sound like K in German, Bach. So it's Nebuchadnezzar. Definitely not to be pronounced like the K in church. So it's not Nebuchadnezzar, and it's not Nebuchadnezzar, it's Nebuchadnezzar. Bach, Nebuchadnezzar. But it's often translated as CH in traditional systems of romanization. Some versions will prefer to unify spellings of names, perhaps even doing so for the Greek spellings of Hebrew names, but the KJV tried to get it right in most cases. There are places where they diverge unnecessarily too. That's what I'm seeing, like multiple chapters in the same chapter, it has different spellings. The two names do represent the same king. I have heard that Shakespeare himself spelled his own name in 7 different ways. Apparently, spelling has not always been the highest priority. Interesting. Huh. I'll bring upon Tyrus, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, a king of kings from the north with horses and with chariots and with horsemen. Nebuchadnezzar, original king of Babylon, died. Oh, this is wrong. Wait. Nebuchadnezzar, original king of Babylon, died, and Nebuchadrezzar, Antichrist king, is this the wounded king that is resurrected? Ezekiel 26:7. For thus saith the Lord God, behold, I will bring upon Tyrus Nebuchadrezzar, king of Babylon, a king of kings from the north, with horses and with chariots and with horsemen and companies and much people. Tyrus is a mystery, Babylon's false church. This is just somebody's answer, and this is just somebody. I think those other answers were more official, and this is just like some random person is making stuff up. Ezra 7:12. Artaxerxes, king of kings, unto Ezra the priest, a scribe of the law of God of heaven, perfect peace, and at such a time. Scribes were condemned along with Pharisees and Jews' ministries. Artaxerxes of Persia conquered Babylon while the Jews were still in exile. Cyrus restored them. Four kingdoms of Daniel. What is this person talking about? I'll stick with this first answer. It's way more legit. Biblical hermeneutics. His actual name is found 91 times. 43 years. He's mentioned in many ancient Babylonian documents. Oh, but I thought nothing in the Old Testament was historical, Freddie. Where's Freddie at? Look at that. Mentioned many times in Babylonian documents, and he played a pivotal role in the fall of the kingdom of Judah. Nebuchadnezzar invaded Judah 3 times. The first invasion was 605 BC. Second was in 597 BC, the 8th year of reign. Finally, he invaded again in 581 to 586 when he destroyed Jerusalem and the temple of the Lord. Throughout the text, to allay potential confusion on the part of readers, the NLT also provides a textual note for each chapter in which the Hebrew spelling Nebuchadrezzar is translated as Nebuchadnezzar. This is just one example among many ways the NLT translators have worked to make English text as clear as possible for our readers. The translators of the King James Version, his actual name is found 91 times in Hebrew or Aramaic text, but it is spelled 2 different ways, Nebuchadnezzar and Nebuchadrezzar. The translators of the King James Version, Revised Standard Version, and the New Revised Standard Version chose to follow the different Hebrew spellings as they transliterated the name into English. Most English translations just use Nebuchadnezzar. Okay. Interesting. So we learned something new today. Well, I learned something new. I had never noticed that. It's good to know, though. All right, let's finish this. Okay, Nebuchadnezzar. I'm just gonna say Nebuchadnezzar. Even when it says Nebuchadrezzar, the king of Babylon, my servant, and will set his throne upon these stones that I have hid, and he shall spread his royal pavilion over them. And when he cometh, he shall smite the land of Egypt, and deliver such as are for death to death, and such as are for captivity to captivity, and such as are for the sword to the sword. And I will kindle a fire in the houses of the gods of Egypt, and he shall burn them and carry them away captives. And he shall array himself with the land of Egypt as a shepherd putteth on his garment, and he shall go forth from thence in peace. He shall break also the images of Beth-Shemesh that is in the land of Egypt, and the houses of the gods of the Egyptians shall he burn with fire. Chapter 44. Oh, it's a long one, and I gotta go. I think we're gonna call it here, because 44 is like pretty long, and I need to get going. I gotta take a shower and go to bed. But that was interesting to learn about the Nebuchadnezzar and the Nebuchadnezzar and Nebuchadnezzar. Learning a little bit of Hebrew. That was fun. Dude, why do I get so many alerts in the morning? Cash App tax refund. I got my state tax check. That was quick. It took like a week. So I think I pretty much got the money for the new whip. But I still want to save up a little extra so I don't spend it all, and I still want to have money in my savings when I buy a car. I was looking at cars though. Seen some cool stuff. To head out. Thank you guys for kicking with me. Sorry for ranting at the beginning. I just had to get that off my chest because it was very annoying. People talking about me. Like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. Especially on a topic that I've debated for like hundreds of hours. Done multiple formal debates about. You're going to act like you taught me something. You didn't teach me nothing. That's crazy. Okay, sorry. No problem, Craig. No problem, Craig. All right. Have a good day, everybody. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Where are we at, 44? I think we'll finish Jeremiah tomorrow. And then the next day, yeah, we're going to finish Jeremiah tomorrow. And then Lamentations is also from Jeremiah. We'll knock Lamentations out in one day. Quick and easy. Then we go to Ezekiel. How many chapters is Ezekiel? I wonder if we can get through. Nope. Ezekiel's like 40 chapters. Hoping we could get through Lamentations and Ezekiel all this week, but Ezekiel's 50 chapters again, so I didn't want to get to Daniel. There's some cool stories in Daniel. Daniel's only 11 chapters. Yeah, after Ezekiel, we get to some we might be knocking out multiple books in a day. Like, we could do Hosea and Joel in one day. Amos and Obadiah, we could do that in one day. Is Obadiah literally one page? Obadiah is one page. So once we get through Ezekiel, it's going to start going fast. It's going to be like Daniel in a day. Hosea, Joel, one day. Amos, Obadiah, one day. Jonah might take 2 days. But then Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, all of those are like boom, 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 boom. Haggai, Zechariah, and the last book, Malachi. So we'll probably be in the New Testament by the end of this month. Let's go. Let's go. And once I get through the Old Testament, then I can officially say I've read the whole Bible. Because even though I've been studying the Bible my whole life, a lot of this stuff a lot of these little books and stuff I kind of skipped over and never really studied into. I never like read the Bible from the front to the back like that. I would just bounce around. And so Joel is a good book, very scary to read. Yeah, I don't even know what Joel is about. So well, once we get to the New Testament, I've been through the New Testament thoroughly. Spent a lot of time in the New Testament. I did a course when I was locked up where basically they'd send you a packet, and each day, so they'd send you a packet on one book. So it'd be like Matthew, here's your Matthew packet. And then each day you would do somewhere between, if it like 5 chapters, and you'd read the 5 chapters, and then there'd be 100 true or false questions. Then there'd be 100 multiple choice questions. And then there'd be like 20 fill in the blank questions. And then there'd be an essay section. And so you'd have to, and it was open book. So basically by the time you do the packet, you've read like that 5 chapters, you've read it like 10 times, because every question, because if you don't get like at least a 90, you don't pass it. So, and I got 100 on all of them because it's open book. So basically this question, a lot of them you just answer real quick because you remember it, but then a lot of them you got to go back and you got to read through, and you're like, oh, where was that at? That was in chapter 3 around this part. So you go, and then the next question, and you go, this is around here. By the time you finish the packet, you've read those 5 chapters like 10 times, 5 or 10 times. And then you have to write an essay at the end. It'll ask you a question, and you have to fill like a page of paper and write an essay about what you just wrote. And then you send that in, and then they send you the next packet. And then you send that in, and they send you the next packet. It's a concordance course. And so by the time I finished the New Testament, I had read through the New Testament like a ton of times. Joel 2 is about the day of the Lord and his army of locusts. Really? A little bit of apocryphal. But I never got to do the Old Testament course. So I got my certificate for the New Testament, but I never got my certificate for the Old Testament. I did Genesis, Psalms, and Proverbs, but I never did all the other books. So, and then in Christian school, when I was in Christian school and church and stuff, there's a lot of books that we kind of, when I was real young and I was in Christian school, they kind of stayed away from a lot of the stuff. Like we never read Song of Solomon's in elementary school. We didn't read about the apocalypse in elementary school. And then in church, in Bible camp, and the youth group, and vacation Bible school, and all that stuff, it's not like we would just read through the Bible. They'd have lessons, and you jump around, and you go here, and this lesson this day, and this lesson this day. So I never just sat and read it from cover to cover. So that's what we're doing now. So I'm pretty studied up on the Bible, but there's a lot of little parts that I've missed because I never went into them. So I've I probably have read Joel before just because it's only like 3 pages, but I don't remember it. Like I never like studied it. But anyway, the army of locusts. Ugh, I don't like locusts. They freak me out. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.